fasting, denying yourself to worship the one who sustains you forever. Fasting is one of the most powerful spiritual disciplines because it represents a conscious decision to deny yourself of what you need to live on earth, food, so that you may worship the one who gives you eternal life. It is a physical act with profound spiritual meaning, a declaration that your dependence is not on bread alone but on God Himself. Jesus said in Matthew 4 verse 4, "Man shall not live by bread alone, but by every word that proceedeth out of the mouth of God." This means that while food sustains the body, it is God who sustains the soul. When you fast, you are actively choosing to set aside your most basic earthly need to focus entirely on the Lord, strengthening your spirit and reinforcing the truth that He alone is your ultimate source of life. Fasting strengthens you against sin. Temptation often attacks through the flesh, whether through desires, impulses, or distractions that pull you away from God. But fasting is a form of spiritual training, teaching you to say no to the flesh and yes to the Spirit. Jesus demonstrated this when He fasted for 40 days before being tempted by Satan in Matthew 4 verses 1 to 11. His physical hunger did not weaken His spiritual strength. Instead, His fasting prepared Him to resist the devil's temptations. In the same way, fasting disciplines your body and sharpens your spirit, making you more resistant to sin. Paul reinforces this in Galatians 5 verse 16 saying, "This I say then, walk in the Spirit, and ye shall not fulfill the lust of the flesh." By fasting, you shift control from the flesh to the Spirit, breaking the cycle of indulgence and strengthening your ability to resist temptation. Fasting leads to deliverance and spiritual breakthrough. In Isaiah 58 verse 6, God speaks about the true purpose of fasting. "Is not this the fast that I have chosen? To loose the bands of wickedness, to undo the heavy burdens, and to let the oppressed go free, and that ye break every yoke." Fasting is not just about abstaining from food, it is about breaking spiritual chains. It is a direct pathway to deliverance, allowing God to free you from sinful patterns, distractions, and strongholds that hinder your walk with Him. The ultimate act of worship. Fasting is a form of worship that declares, "Lord, I need you more than I need anything in this world." It aligns your heart with eternity, reminding you that while food sustains you temporarily, it is God who sustains you forever. In doing so, you are drawn deeper into His presence, empowered to resist sin, and made stronger in your faith. So when you fast, you are not just giving up food, you are surrendering your dependence on temporary sustenance to fully rely on the eternal source of life. And in that surrender, you find strength, deliverance, and the power to overcome sin.